right. Hello, everybody. Can y'all hear me okay? No echo. Music's not too loud. Just gonna check before I go on with my spiel like last time, and then y'all are like, hey, you can't hear me. So,
Nope,
cool.
You sound good.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, welcome, Wastelanders, to Vault. This is a Fallout TTRPG 2D20 game by Modifius, and you're watching it here on the Initiative Order. So thanks for tuning in. My name is April Hill. I will be your overseer for this campaign. This is a weekly campaign that you can watch every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific here on the Initiative Order. You can also catch the VOD here on the Initiative Order. Yes, we're both repping our Initiative Order shirts. Very cool merch. Here on Twitch, and they will post it later on YouTube, so you can catch past episodes on YouTube as well. Before we get into tonight's game, we're going to do a little bit of some announcements. So I just wanted to give a shout out to our sponsors, Session Zero Clothing. I was wearing one of their shirts last week. They've got awesome D&D inspired streetwear. You can use the code word order at checkout for 15% off. Also, Norse Foundry that makes excellent artisan dice. You can use the code TIO15 at checkout for 15% off there, as well as Roaming Player Gear, which is amazing tabletop gaming supplies by our own GotDM, who's going to be having a show coming out pretty soon here on the Initiative Order. We can't wait for that. So use code word Carnaby20 for 20% off the Dice Tower / tray combo set. You're going to want to check that out. And last but not least, we've got Mithril Armory that makes amazing tabletop accessories, dice, terrain, and more. We do have something very exciting to show you today. Let's take a look at this right here. This is one of their 1020s. So to tell you a little bit about that, so the 10 hedrals are a foldable metal dice puzzle. They come in a flat sheet of metal that you fold into usable dice. They have some beautiful designs, and they have some beautiful designs on them now by some amazing artists. They're launching the Kickstarter for these today. In fact, the Kickstarter is already fully funded, you guys. So you're going to want to jump in on this because it's only going to be going on for 3 short weeks. So you have 3 weeks starting today to jump in on their Kickstarter. These 10 hedrals are an upgrade to the successful 1020s, which have sold over 3,000 so far. So I'm going to be showing you the new ones here in just a second. And from that, they have listened to feedback and put into work on these new designs, which I will be showing you. So, where was I looking at?
I did want to say real quick, the reason I have a glary face is my hands are shaky, and I tried to do the tin one, and it kicked me in the bum. I'm not good at folding those little things, but other people are apparently much better.
They're a lot of fun to play with. I'm looking for the link. I misplaced the link. But isn't that pretty?
Like foldable dice.
Okay, but they're pretty. Like, the part of mine that folded that I did well, like, most of it was so pretty, and like it has such a really cool feel. Like,
I'm mostly curious on the weight of it. Like, I just want to hold it in my hand, you know?
oh, it's so light. And then mine is actually a D18 now because I broke off 2 faces.
Okay, so the tio.mithrilarmory.com is where you can get those at. Sorry about the delay. And let me show you this awesome video now about their new 1020s that you can go back on their Kickstarter.
From the same team who created the world's first foldable metal D20 comes a colorful evolution. Introducing the world's first all-metal, foldable, full-color RPG dice set. Now you can enjoy a full set of foldable RPG dice. Designed with thicker, sturdier metal and in full color by our favorite designers. The 2 included sheets contain a total of 9 dice. 1d20, 1d12, 2d10, 1d8, 3d6, and 1d4. They come in multiple designs, and new ones will become unlocked as we reach our stretch goals. Tin Hedrals, foldable metal dice, by Mithril Armory.
Okay, so now you can see the new designs that they have coming up on their Kickstarter. They are absolutely beautiful, and they do have the full set. Tonight we will be giving away one of their 1020s, so you can enter Mithril, no exclamation point, just Mithril in the chat for your chance to win one of these really awesome, cool dice 1020s at the end of the show. Now let's get around and meet all of our players. We will start with Sugar Cyrus.
Greetings, everyone. Jordan, better known as Casual Campbell. You can find me on all social media at casual_Campbell, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, and everything in between. But you can't find me on MySpace. I'm updating my page. Haha, tee-hee. You can find me doing a bunch of other creative things. And today I'm Sugar Cyrus, the rock star of the wasteland, traveling through the waves of life itself, seeing what it can bring me, both pleasure, excitement, and all the joy that this party can bring.
Yes, like the most bardic ghoul in all the wasteland is here with us on our party. All right, Pawn.
Hey everyone, my name is DeAngelo Murillo, and I do a lot of tabletop RPG like events and everything to help the community with the diversity, inclusion, raising money for charity, and all these sort of cool things. And tonight I'll be playing Pawn, the raider who somehow survives, is like the lone survivor of multiple gangs, and has now met his like new gang and crew, and hoping to learn how to be a good person and do good things morally, but he's struggling with it. So yeah, that's me.
Just a little struggle. All right, Peggy Sue.
Hi everybody, my name's Taryn Hackett, if you didn't already know that, but also known as Val Rook, and you can catch me on the Instagram and eventually when I start using Twitter better, I'm sorry D, also at Val Rook. You can also catch me on Instagram at UO_dice, because that's my dice stuff that I make, because I'm also a dice maker as well as a TTRPG streamer. And so that's Umbral Oculus Dice. Go check it out. I have a dice subscription, so artisan dice are expensive. You can go onto my Ko-fi and give me a little bit each month, and eventually I'll send you a set or a D20.
All right, let's roll that commercial.
Everybody to have them. Yeah,
We do.
roll that footage.
We need a commercial.
One natural ones after all after the other. But yeah, and
Hey,
today
that'd
I'm
be good
playing,
for this campaign. I would buy that.
right?
All of that.
Right. But of course today I'm playing Miss Peggy Sue James. She's a bounty hunter. She's been hanging out here for a long time, and right now she's trying to figure out if she's turning somebody in or not.
Guess we'll find out. All right, Marcus Cole, Mr. Marcus.
Hello, I am Justin, and I do play Mr. Marcus Cole, the resident slinger of guns. And while Jordan may joke about it, MySpace is the only thing I've kept updated over the last 20 years. So
Proud of you.
I'm gonna put your MySpace on a link.
still got Green Day on the homepage. So.
Oh, at least it's Green Day. Like that's
Hashtag My Chemical Romance.
Is April in your top 8?
Oh my God, we didn't know each other back when when
MySpace was a
MySpace
thing.
was a thing. Yeah, we knew each other for like a while though, like 10 years.
We did not know each other when MySpace launched. No.
Yeah, no.
I think I knew Cody though.
Nope, probably. He might be in your top something, whatever. All right, and my name is April Hill. I'm the overseer for this campaign. You can find me at stiletto_assassin on Instagram and stiletto DM on Twitter. You can also follow you can also follow our Instagram and Twitter pages, our Vault pages, where we post clips from the show, art, fan art, all kinds of fun stuff that's related just to this show. But also, please check out the initiative orders, where you can see all the great, fantastic things that we do here on this channel. Please also join our Discord so you can chat with all of us fun people. We've got a great community. We have community games every month, just about. So there is an opportunity to play in a Vault game with me coming up. I still have a few spots left, so join our Discord so that you can find out more about that and play some fun games with us. Also, if you would like to support our channel, you can do so by donating bits. That helps keep the network, this channel. I don't like saying the word network. I like to, it keeps this this stream running. It helps us pay the bills to run the stream. If you want to donate to the players separately, you can also donate to the players and tip the players by looking down low at our Ko-Fi link, and you can tip the players as well, supporting us for our performing and playing in the wasteland and almost dying sometimes for you guys. So, well, I'm not dying, I'm making them die. So, all right. So, I think I've talked a little bit too much. Oh, one more thing. Tipper and Ash, who are not with us, Utahime and Alicia Marie Body on Instagram, they have a project going on today, but they will be back with us next week. However, it's going to fit into the story. You'll see tonight. So, without further ado, let's all get wasted.
Grow one, like it's like the cat in a candle, like he just keeps catching it on fire, and so he's just given up.
It's like Neville Longbottom and his eyebrows. Yeah.
We're talking about if Pawn can or cannot grow facial hair. So welcome back. We are back. Yeah, so these are the things that we contemplate where we are not in character. If characters have mustaches, like can Peggy Sue have a Yosemite Sam mustache, and if and Pawn have a handlebar, or what are the villain mustachios? We don't know. So, oh goodness. All right. So last week we started our story. It had been a while. The group had run into another party member. Or one of the party members had found their long lost mother. They decided to take off. She was going to go leave the Desert Rangers so that she could go hide with her son from the Enclave. So they joined up with some of her friends with the Yakuza, which is very interesting in our story setting. Don't know much about them yet, but you will. And they met up. They had been, since they didn't really need to go to the Desert Ranger headquarters of Fort Stockton, they decided to chill out and rest and relax and enjoy some time off from running around and doing things for other people, saving people, hunting things, the family business. Sorry, that's supernatural. So they were taking some time off, but then they started getting low on supplies, decided, oh, hell, I guess we should go to Fort Stockton. It's the closest place. Why not? On their way, they run across 2 individuals, well, 4 if you include their baby Deathclaw and their ghoulish pup. They run across these 2 individuals that are getting attacked by Yaogui. Well, I say both of them were. Sugar.
That Yaogui was a victim, by the way. It was living its life and then got assaulted out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was just living in its crevasse. Well, it
did something to get a bounty on its head.
It did. It was killing a lot of people on the road. So, so they tracked it down, found its cave. And Sugar sung it a little serenade, and it stopped attacking Sugar. But it went right after Peggy, who got a concussion from it. But just in time. Here comes our other wastelanders to save the day. They come in swinging, shooting. The Yaogui did not have a chance. They offer aid to Peggy Sue and Sugar Cyrus. Peggy says that they had been working on a bounty that they picked up from the Desert Rangers, from Saffron, who is the leader of the Desert Rangers. And they were thankful for the help and decided that they would give them some of the reward since they did come and help and pretty much saved Peggy's life because she wasn't going to be a goner had it been just the 2 of them. So you all headed towards Fort Stockton after, I believe you chopped up some of the Yaogui and got some of the meat to save for later. So you did head toward Fort Stockton. On the way there, you could see that there was an old army base or military base there. Oh, and happy birthday to the Army, by the way. So anybody that's a service member, especially those in the Army, happy birthday to the Army. That's fantastic today. So I can't remember, it's like 200 and something years, Ben told me earlier today, but yes. So wanted to give them a shout out. All right, so this old military base had, it doesn't look like it was a direct site of a nuclear blast, but it was decimated by many, many missiles. So just basically debris. But the Desert Rangers had built up somewhat of an old Western style town out of lumber and scrap parts that they were able to salvage. And you made your 246 years old. There we go. Michael knew, so thank you. So you make your way into Fort Stockton, and Tipper decides that she's ready for her upgrades. So she wants to be able to taste her own cooking and be able to eat it. And Kaylee has offered her assistance in doing so.
And we can't talk her out of that?
She has made up her mind.
She made her mind. Okay.
So you, once getting into town, you did make your way over to Serenity Weapons and Scrap, where Kaylee is. She made it there a little while, a few days before you all did, after coming back with Clay and his mother to get her effects so that they could run off, hide from the Enclave. Yes, so Ash, not wanting to leave her best friend Tipper alone, decides to wait there and watch guard over Tipper while these upgrades are being installed. Because although Ash doesn't want to admit how much she cares for Tipper, since Tipper is a robot, there's something there. They have developed a friendship. So Ash is going to stand guard over Tipper while Kaylee works on Tipper and gets these upgrades. So that's where we left off. What would y'all like to do? You are in the town of Fort Stockton.
Prior to just arriving to town, Marcus would like to talk to Peggy Sue.
Okay, so before y'all get there.
Yeah,
Sure.
not too much before, just briefly. Peggy, before one, I want to thank you for offering to share your reward for your bounty, but I can't help wondering, this isn't your typical type of bounty. I'm just wondering if perhaps you may be falling on some hard times, and I'm no judgment, nothing like that. I'm just, we have a few items that we're looking to offload, and I think I could speak for everybody. We'd be willing to cut you in on that if you'd be willing to maybe look the other way on one of our new members of our group.
Well, now, I'm doing just fine, but I certainly... Yeah, I appreciate it.
All right.
I don't think I could turn that sweetheart in anyways.
It'd be hard to. Anyone who reads comics as diligently as he makes it a challenge to turn on him.
That big old lug reads comic books.
Well, I think big might be an exaggeration, but wide.
Muscle wise, I'm big. So
Yeah. No.
I mean, that's what I meant, but
Yes. Oh yeah. But no. Yeah. He enjoys them. If you come across any, I think he'd definitely appreciate it.
I mean, I've seen a few in my... I've seen some with some really odd pictures up in there, something with like tentacles and shit. I don't know. Those people write some crazy stuff.
I think that's what he would really like. Just a guess.
And I do want to say that outside of town, before we got in there, he changed his clothes to like put his like more raider gear into his backpack and put on his like dress pants, dress shirt, put his hair down and all that to like blend in and not look anything like his bounty photo. Which is like,
is it like a Ross outfit for
exactly, essentially with his glasses on and everything, and his bounty posters like him just being like with his bounty and everything on it. So hopefully he won't be able to see it.
It's like middle school picture day. This is the outfit you're walking in with.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cool.
So it looks Clark Kent is
Okay. Yeah, that's exactly. Peggy will reach out and to shake hands with Marcus. Sounds like we got ourselves a deal.
Marcus will shake her hand in return.
She's got a very firm handshake.
When she's not looking, he will shake his hand off. Marcus, I don't think has that firm of a handshake.
Learned it from my daddy.
On's ADHD is getting the better of him as he's like immediately in town looking for a bookstore, trying to find if there's any sort of like comics like that are in there and all that kind of stuff.
Looking around as you all come into town, like I said, there are buildings made of lumber, scrap parts from planes and buildings, wire fencing, whatnot. It does feel very, like the old school, like you are walking into this very old school Southern town. That looks like it's got, the buildings are shaped like, like you would see like a saloon, an old West Bank, stuff like that. So the buildings are fairly new in structure, but you're looking around, you don't see anything that says library here.
Is Kaylee worked out of the Serenity Weapons and Scrap?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's where you would have gone to take Tipper and Ash. It's pretty much on your way into town. So if there's anything that you would like to do while Tipper gets situated in the back and Ash is watching over her, she's hooked to some cables to run diagnostics on her to see what all upgrades she will be needing.
Marcus would want to go there to offload some of the stuff that the group wanted to sell.
Okay,
But
great.
he would like to bring Sugar with him. Because I think Marcus may have picked up that Sugar is a bit of a sweet talker.
And Sugar's just strumming as they enter town, just.
So as they head that way, Marcus will tell him, I know the proprietor of this establishment, but in case we need it, would you mind negotiating on our behalf for perhaps a better deal?
The sweet conversation that leads to the beautiful release of less coins in one's pocket. I see I can engage some sweet conversation indeed.
You think you can work that magic when I turn in my bounty, honey?
Oh, Peggy, so I can work all kinds of magic if you give me the time of day.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. You do that for us. Yeah.
Yeah, you do that for Mr. Marcus.
People pay for all kinds of service from me. This will be no different than that. You lead the way, my good friend.
Okay, so you come into the Serenity Weapons and Scrap Shop, and Kaylee is working away on. You can see she does have a cloth curtain that's separating the front room from the back room, and it is just open enough. And she's back there, and from what you can see back there, just as she said, she does have what looks to be a humanoid type robot. Not as advanced as Tipper, but there is a humanoid type robot that is not on, but it is laying on a table. And as soon as she hears the door open, she immediately like closes the curtain and then kind of peeks her head out to see who's coming in. She's like, oh, I didn't think it was gonna be you guys. I thought y'all were not coming into town after all.
Well, we found ourselves with a reason to visit.
Oh, good. Oh, for the date, right? Coffee. Sometime. We'll get there sometime.
Am I with them or am I still outside?
No, you'd be in there. Yeah, everybody would have come in.
Okay,
Unless you
perfect.
didn't.
No, it's fine. If I saw the group moving, they're like, oh, I gotta like head over there. And then, yeah, so I'm with them. Look totally in Clark Kent style. Does Kylie or Kaylee know me?
You know, since you are disguised, I'm going to take that statement back. She's going to be kind of looking around like, oh, you picked up a few new friends. Hi, oh, actually, she probably would have seen Peggy, you and Cyrus here before. Y'all might not have had any interaction with her, but she's seen y'all around before. Oh, I see you've met some of the new people in town. Where's your friend? You know, the tall one, big muscles, didn't wear a shirt.
And Pon will definitely like adjust his glasses and be like, hello, I am Peter. As he like hands his stand and be like, Pon is occupied. I'm sorry. As he just kind of like, and you definitely see that sweat is like coming down his forehead as he's like.
Please tell me he fumbles this.
So you are trying to, so you're playing this off. You're not like, okay, let me look.
Because that's, yeah, when he enters in civilizations or towns, he has to pretend he's someone else. That way, he, like, and while he like kind of looks over to his bounty poster and tries to like tear it off the wall and like crumple it.
Peggy is watching real hard and just kind of like.
How about charisma? And I don't know, what would you?
Speech.
Speech.
Yeah.
Charisma speech is yeah, 8s for target number.
Okay.
So that's a 14 and 11. Yeah. So.
What was your target number?
Sounds about right.
It was an 8. So I failed both of those rolls.
She's gonna look closely at you.
Sweat increases as he like.
What is that you? Why are you dressed so funny?
No, I know no pawn. As he kind of like cranks his neck a little bit. He was like, I go to bathroom. As he like backs out of the store and like.
I think
Kaylee,
he's nervous.
He's just real nervous. That's all it is.
He knows I'm not law folk, right? I just work here.
He's not the sharpest tool in the shed.
Oh, well, he sure is sweet, but that disguise, I mean, if you look close enough, that ain't full of nobody.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't have stopped me for 2 seconds. I'm just throwing that out there.
So, I see, so Tipper would say that she's wanting her upgrades, so she would lead her in the back with Ash, and get her comfortable and situated, and come up front. Is there something that y'all needed from me?
Well, we did have a few items we were hoping to offload,
Okay.
and a few things that at least I wanted to purchase. I can't speak for the rest.
All right. Okay, well, show me what you got. We'll see what I can do.
Yeah, Mr. Marcus, show her what you got.
Mr. Marcus will give a demonstration. There is. I sent it in the Discord chat. It's a shotgun, 100 rounds of 10mm ammo, a submachine gun, and 2 pipe revolvers.
Okay. Oh my goodness. So you do have quite a bit to unload. Okay. So she's going to start inspecting the guns, checking all the shells to make sure, and the ammo, making sure. Well, not shells. You didn't give her shotgun shells. Inspecting all the ammo, making sure that everything is good. For the shotgun, probably 65 caps.
Sure.
I'd give you 15 each for the pipe revolver, the submachine gun, probably 80 caps, and for that whole box of ammo there, 50 caps.
Peggy will put her knee into the back of Sugar's knee and like kind of push him forward a little bit.
Hi there.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I didn't mean to stumble like that.
Kaylee, have you met Sugar?
I've seen you around town. I mean, a couple times, but.
Let me just say, it is truly a pleasure to meet you. I've heard many things about the way that you work with the intricacies of machines. I've heard you're speaking on internal versus external combustion and the way that the electronic forces of these devices actually really stimulate the growth of the divide between humanity and machines. But I just wanted to let you know that I find the thoughts you have and opinions on thermodynamics fascinating.
Well. Yes. Mm-hmm.
I do apologize for speaking so out of turn on that. We're here for business, and we're hoping that we can come to an agreement that can help us acquire sufficient caps to move forward on our journey and spread the knowledge and art of, well, machine and music, because I do believe we both have a kindred liking of the sounds of hammer beating on metal and the percussions that it makes.
I've never had something like that, but my goodness.
Marcus will start kind of pulling at his shirt collar a little bit.
Peggy's like sitting over there like.
Glad Pon's not in here for this.
So
and then immediately he'll like walk back in and be like, "Do you have books of comic?" And he like,
Pon.
I know no Pon. Peter, I go bathroom as like.
It was Pon. I'm not. Okay. So do you have so with your perk? So what perk are you using with this?
I'm just gonna use raw barter.
Okay.
To try and get the price. Basically, the bargaining works that I can increase the amount we get by 20% if I spend 2 action points and pass a barter check.
Okay. Go for it.
My target for barter is 13. Yeah.
Okay.
That is a 3 and a 9. So target. That's a tag skill. So that's at least one critical. So that's 3 successes.
Oh, fantastic. And I believe you are full on your action points at this moment, so...
Yeah, so I'm spending 2 of them already, because I have to spend 2 to get 20% versus 10%.
I don't care if you had to spend all 7.
I mean, well,
I'm not in your shirt.
You do seem like you know an awful lot about, what I do, and I really appreciate that, because it's been so long since I got to talk to anybody.
And then Sugar is going to, like, pull off the sleeve a bit of the right arm and is going to notice the right arm tattoo is a full sleeve of what looks like as if his arm was made of machines with like a hydro pump for where his elbow would be. There seems to be wiring, like his right arm is blasted like cybernetics.
Your tattoos! Oh my goodness! I've worked on somebody that had an actual arm that was like this instead of tattooed on, but
I made sure to get as close as possible. So I had a lot of friends that had cybernetic arms, and every piece is designed exactly to model rendition.
That's so cool. Yeah, I mean, Marcus, I mean, you're kind of a friend, and I've seen a couple of you around before. I could probably give you a little bit more. Most of the people that buy stuff around here from me, it's the people that work for the Desert Rangers, and well, I don't mind upping the price a little bit for them, giving y'all a little bit more back for this. So yeah, we'll say we'll do 75 for the shotgun, 20 each for the pipe, so 20 each on the 2 pipe revolvers, and then we'll do 95 on the submachine gun, and I'll give you 60 for the ammo.
I like her.
You have been mighty generous, might I say. And how about we'll do this? You can take off about 20 of those if you could just give me several boxes of them bobby pins.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. You can have 4 boxes of the bobby pins then.
Much appreciated, Kayla, truly. And don't let anyone ever stop you from doing what you do. You are an artist when it comes to machinery and technology. Let that passion drive you forward.
Well, I promise to take real good friend of y'all's friend Tipper. I've been working on, I've been flipping through the Dr. Gill's manual, and just a brilliant, brilliant doctor. I can't believe the things that he's done in robotics. I don't have my synth quite up and running yet. I still need a few more parts, but I'm sure I'll be able to find them. I do have the parts needed, I think, for the upgrades for Tipper, but I'll have to double check. I might have to go scavenge for some things, but I promise to take really good care of her, and I know Miss Ash is going to be watching my every move. So, but I promise to do a really good job.
Of course, I know you will. I mean, you're Kaylee. Anything but a great job is beneath what you're capable of.
Sugar, you're being real sweet.
It's in the name. And then Sugars will start gathering the caps and get them into their secondary pouch they have, and then stashing their bobby pins in another pack that they have in their belt.
So how many caps are we walking away with here, Mr. Marcus?
Well, it would have been 45 apiece, but now it's about 43, thanks to some lockpick purchases.
Bobby pins.
Whichever.
So
Kaylee, there's a few items I was hoping you might have in stock.
Okay.
I find myself in need of some 308 ammunition and 44.
Okay. Yeah, I should have some. She looks at underneath the counter that's up front. Yeah, no, I've got ammo for both of those.
How much of each do you have?
I can give you a box of each for 75 caps.
Yeah.
That's giving you a discount.
I know. This is both Justin and Marcus. Yep. Sold. Marcus will give up the 75 caps.
Hey, at least I have it. Not everybody has that.
Yes. Well, thank you, Kaylee, for taking care of us.
Yeah, of course, no problem. So what are you doing in town? Does Saffron know you're here yet? Oh my gosh, she's not gonna like seeing you.
Thank you for reminding me.
I have heard about you. I mean...
Me?
No, Marcus, I was remembering a conversation I overheard about something snake in the grass, so-and-so, something like that.
I think that may have been about Monty. I don't think that was referring to me.
I suppose I did enough of whatever is needed. I like to.
You feeling tired?
After
all that work, laying it on real thick there, weren't you? As like whispering as they're like going out towards the door.
Oh, trust, if you had a chance, Peggy, you realize that I've got the stamina of a ghoul, meaning I never get tired.
Oh, dear God.
And that's usually what's said as Sugar continues walking out.
So while all this is going on, Pon, you are walking around outside. There are townsfolk here and there. There are people wearing very westerny type gear. Some people with little metal patches to signify that they are part of the desert raid, not patches, but shields
Badges?
to signify that they are part of the Desert Rangers. But you will see there is a wanted board with posters on it that is close by the headquarters, where the headquarters office is.
I'm gonna
Very
go take
important
a quick
question.
look at that.
Very important question. Pon would immediately go over there because it's kind of like the high scoreboard for raiders and all that kind of stuff, and he wants to compare his bounty for the other bounties. So how does his compare to the others?
So looking at it, there are some that have big red X's on it, and you will see some of those look familiar. Some of those that have the big red X's on them look like some of the people that were holding you captive when you were at the facility where they were making you make chems at, so Robco. So you will know those are X'd out, and you actually had a higher bounty on your head than they did. There are some other big hitters on the board. There are some people that are known to be affiliated with the Rattlesnake Gang. There are still a few members of the Armadillos that are on the board that are not X'd out. There is also a super mutant on there that has the highest bounty right now.
Sorry, April. What is the name of the super mutant with the highest bounty, or even nickname?
Yes. So so his name is called Femur Crusher.
And
Okay.
is he well known, or is it like a relatively new name in my knowledge?
You probably wouldn't have heard about him from where you came from.
Okay.
Do
And then
any of these bounties look familiar to me?
Since Pon's out there right now by himself,
Well, I mean, I was walking out the door. That's what I was gonna say. I want to go look at the bounties just because I do want to make my way there shortly.
okay, yeah, because y'all were selling everything inside, and Pon was like immediately ducked out. But yeah,
Okay.
so Femur Crusher currently has a bounty on his head for 250 caps.
And what was my bounty?
Your bounty was 125.
125. And then Pon will be like, the audacity, as he kind of like loses character and then looks around to make sure that no one's around, as he kind of like straightens up a little bit, as he's just like,
That's 25 a person.
Mm-hmm.
you're just doing the math, like, wait a
Yeah.
second, I get it. Yeah.
Is Pon worth?
Exactly.
Yes, so you will walk up to it, you will see all of these on there, and there will be a young child that comes up and is looking at the board and then looks over at you and looks at the board and then looks at you and then runs away.
And then, okay, does it seem like he like noticed something, or is just like looks at it and runs away?
You can't be sure.
Let's see here. Oh, there's no like insight check, is there, or awareness?
Your
Perception. There's 4 perception.
Yeah.
And that would probably be it.
Yeah.
What would be the perception? Would it be survival? No.
For
Whatever.
you, probably, yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? Exactly. Yeah. So,
Yeah. So yeah. I would just say, yeah, you probably just looking at you like.
okay. Yeah, I have a 4 to perception, so that makes sense. So he's like, is Peggy like right next to me?
So you're looking at this, and then you can hear some people coming out of the building behind you, and Peggy's walking up to the bounty board.
And Sugar would like to rally.
Oh, okay.
Be you a long-time friend or a long-lost stranger, you'll find home amongst the desert ranger. Across the land, there's not a lost man. Now you lose control when you're a lost soul. So you rock and roll all through the night. Every bounty's gonna be a hard-ass fight, but you go on and on. Cause you gotta sing all along out here. I say we can be a long-time friend or a short-time stranger here with the Desert Rangers. I like that one. I'm gonna add that to the book.
When you start singing this, walking up to your friends to the bounty board, several of the children, the town's children, and some of the other people have gathered around, and they're listening and they're following you almost like the Pied Piper, and then they start clapping. I like this guy. Yeah, that was pretty nice. I haven't heard anybody sing like that out here in a while. They're all just kind of talking to themselves, and they start dispersing back and going about their business again.
So I turn over to Peggy, and I'm like, "Do you know who this raggedy bitch is?" As I look over to like Femur's bounty and everything, and I'm like, "You know anything about him?"
I mean, I've heard of him. Look at that bounty.
And I was like, "Yeah, look at that bounty and look at mine." As I like point over to
look at that bounty.
Peggy, we did talk about this.
I'm not gonna do nothing.
And he just like is oblivious to their like, to the double speech essentially. And he's like, you just stay out of the scene for a month and your bounty goes down by 20 caps. It's like ridiculous. You can't even stay at top in this industry.
Do you want to be that one, honey?
That's not a bad thing.
He goes, it is a bad thing. That's like street cred. That's that in the Raider culture, it's very important. And he kind of like
I don't have any caps on my head, and I've got a hell of a reputation. I'm just saying.
You're not with the Raiders anymore, though.
Yeah, but the difference is I don't pay taxes and you guys do. And then and he asks, if we were able to, if we wanted to hunt this guy down and I could help you stop him, would you be down for that?
I mean, can I get caps from it?
Absolutely, of course.
Then,
this is my street cred.
One quick question: Does Marcus recognize any of the rattlesnake individuals on the board?
There is one that's been up there for a while. You looking at it, it's someone that you've known. Let me look at the sheet real quick. You've known to be up there for a while. Sorry. His name, where's my sheet? Peggy, so what you know about the bounty board is usually when you go up to it, you would take whichever one that you are willing to go after, and you get more information by taking it to Saffron if she's available, or her right-hand man. If he's there, if neither one of them are there, you would know to take it to her deputy, but they are usually in the Desert Ranger station, and that's where you get paid from. So where you turn in your bounty, and that's also where you say that you're going to take on another one and say which one, and they give you more information about how to find them and the information that they know currently. All right. So yes, there is an older gentleman on the rattlesnakes. He does have a scar over one of his eyes that you do recognize as being one of the higher ups with the rattlesnakes. His name is John.
Okay. Would I have known him? Did he operate near or around the Goodnight area at any time?
Yes.
No?
Yes, he's definitely one that you've been concerned about and keeping an eye out for.
And what is their name?
John Crichton.
Really?
Yes.
Right. I'm just gonna put JC down because I'm not gonna.
That's fine.
How many caps is that bounty?
For John Crichton. That one is going to be, let's see, it's 175 caps.
It's a Farscape recipe.
Next question is also, does Peggy recognize anybody on the bounty board?
Looking around, you've seen some of these up here before. There's actually like one or two that you've gotten them before, and they're repeat offenders. Their bounties are pretty low because they're repeat offenders. They've done small stuff and they're relatively easy to catch, like 20 caps each. You know about Femur Crusher, but they're really hard to get to. The reason why they are wanted, you would know, is because they are part of a large group of super mutants, and their base of operations is getting closer and closer into normal towns, like a normal settlement, and they are not known to be nice. These are not nice super mutants. They are the ones that you want to stay away from, that will eat you and crush you.
Is it one of those things where, like, for every ear you collect from a super mutant, you get 5 caps, something like that? Or is it just like just for Femur?
It's basically for his capture or death, dead or alive on this one.
Got it.
Now, listen here, Peter. We'd have to get a heck of a lot more information to try to get to this one. I'm, believe me, more than willing to try to track this sucker down, but I gotta tell you, I don't know that we're quite together enough as a hunting party. It's on the agenda, but it's not one I'm ready to request yet. We don't have the arms to go take down Big Boy.
Well, our arms are not. I'm gonna be going after this Big John fella.
You can go after Big John? Ain't there a song about that guy?
There's a steakhouse called Big Johnson. It's pretty good.
I'd like
Oh
to,
wait, do you want to go request that bounty, Mr. Marcus, or do you want me to request it for you?
You know, I think it might be best for all involved if I were not involved in that process.
You sure?
Since we no longer have a need to speak to Yolanda.
Who?
Bridget, no. Saffron?
You know a personal name. How'd you get that out? Oh, I get it.
Since we don't have a reason to speak to her, per se, I think it best if I do not be seen by her.
That'll be all right. I gotta go turn in my bounty anyways. I mean, our bounty. Our bounty.
Marcus,
Anyways.
did you have sexual relations with this woman?
Yes, Peter, he certainly did.
Pietro, that's not the question you should ask.
Oh, that's right. Are there still people around? Are they like dispersing? Or are they still?
Yeah, they're going
Sugar's
about their
performing.
business. Nobody's really paying y'all any mind.
There's
Okay,
like
okay,
an
yeah.
army of children surrounding Sugar.
That sounds horrible. It sounds like a cold.
I just, anybody interested in who this man's sleeping with? Okay, cool. Sugar, do you want to go with me to turn in this bounty?
I don't see why not. I'm just here for the ride. And Sugar's gonna take some of the meat that's in the packs that Lady's carrying to feed both Lady and Bopper.
Okay.
I'm giving Bopper scritches as we're walking.
Oh my
Both
God!
Marcus
Does anyone
and-
notice that?
Both Marcus and Justin have a large problem with those two being the only two to go in there. However, Pond certainly can't go.
Well, Pond is
And
like, you know what? I
Marcus
want to
can't
talk to the
go.
person who's in charge of making these bounties, because clearly this Pond fellow deserves a higher
And
bounty.
Ash is tied up with Tipper.
Oh
Yes,
boy.
you know what, Pond?
Fuck.
You go with the bounty hunter to go talk to the person that I'm turning bounties into.
And I'm kind of like trying to think really creatively. I'm like, wait. What if we like work together where we say like we're arch rivals and I do horrible stuff and I get away and then, you know, my bounty increases and then I get a bunch of street cred. And then I was like,
I'm not dirty in my cred, honey.
Peter, I think you just need to drop this.
I was like, dang it. As he like looks very, very bitterly to Femur and the others who are above his bounty level.
Are you coming or you
Marcus
staying?
will rearrange the bounty board so Pond is on top.
I appreciate that, Marcus. Friendship. As he like gives a high five to Marcus.
Walking on to the...
Sugar's just going strumming with Bopper kind of just chilling in the little baby carrier.
So you've got him like in the backpack, like.
Yep, on the chest harness.
Okay.
Baby Bjorn.
So yeah, y'all had him for a while, so you've trained him. He kind of stays in there until you let him out. So he would take his little arm and grab at the food because he could smell it that you're getting it out for him. He'd grab at it and then take it in and start eating away at it. And then Lady, of course, would eat. She would eat hers quite quickly on the ground. So be very happy.
Walking.
He's so damn cute. I love hearing him little chewing in there and just like snarling, just like, oh, look at him, he's killing it.
I'm gonna wait until Peggy and Sugar are out of ear range or hearing range or whatever, and I kind of turn to Marcus and be like, if they double cross us, should we be at like the edge of town or something like that? Then...
I think it's not a bad idea if we were near Kaylee's shop, so we don't leave Ash and Tipper. But yeah, yes, that would be a.
Okay,
I'll be honest with you, that may be the best idea I've ever heard you have.
When it comes to evading the law.
Oh no, I can see that. Yeah. Well,
and he goes like,
yeah.
and he pulls out like the ingredients for a Molotov cocktail. He goes like, a little arson goes a long way. As he like.
So let's hold off on that until we know we need it.
He goes, yeah, I got you.
But yeah, have that ready. Although, come to think of it, Sugar took all the caps from that deal with Kaylee. We may want to get ready to get out of here.
Hey, Sugar,
Sounds
you
good.
are going to be distributing those caps fairly, are you not, mister?
What caps are we talking about?
Sugar, don't fuck with me.
Didn't Clay keep all the caps last time as well?
Yes.
Jordan,
Yeah.
Jordan
It's not a character thing. It's a player thing. It's a player thing.
Sugar.
You need your portion of what we acquired?
Yes, I would like at least my portion.
And I believe that between the five, that'll get you a hefty 43 in there, so I can slide that your way.
My understanding is it would have been 45 if you'd not bought those goddamn bobby clips.
My understanding, it would be irrelevant if I didn't talk to get what I needed anyway.
That's true. We probably wouldn't have got shit, though, if I hadn't been all like, yeah, I won't go turn in that guy.
So I'm going to get you your 43, and we'll figure out the rest of it when it comes down to it.
What do you think? We stick to him?
It pays me no difference what you decide to do. I'm here for the ride.
Okay, you gonna stick with him?
Pegasus, I told you my next objective is very simple. I will conquer every part of this wasteland with sweet, sweet music, and your heart is part of this wasteland.
Oh, goddamn, Sugar.
You decide what to do, and I'll follow you where you're going. I have complete faith that you'll make a decision that is better for all of us.
Well, I certainly hope so. Should we tell old Saffron that someone's in town just to spice shit up, or are we trying to be nice here? Because we're getting close to the door.
To my understanding, if we keep them around as friends, it makes it easier to acquire bigger bounties, does it not?
You're right. I'd hate to see what she'd do to him anyways.
Yeah, exactly. To my understanding,
Maybe later.
A dog can feed itself, but a pack of wolves can take down anything.
Why do you have to spit that logic shit at me? Alright, let's go. Go in.
And Pon's outside being like, let me get 2 elotes and 2 Coca-Colas and then some popcorn, as giving it to Marcus as we like wait to see what they do.
Okay. All right. So y'all are going to go head back to the Serenity shop. Or are y'all waiting at the bounty?
And on second thought, I will probably redirect Pon to.
And it is getting later in the day. It did take y'all a while here.
The bar. I would like to get a couple drinks if it's going to be a standoff.
Okay. So y'all will head your way over to the Firefly Bar and Inn. Cool. Awesome. So y'all are going to be heading
after we warn Ash of a potential backstabbing double cross.
It might fuck us over. Get
situation.
ready to get your shit and leave.
Yeah. We'll be at the bar.
You walk in and she's like looking at she's like Tipper is like shut off almost like in a dream state, and like her body parts are just like here and there and everywhere. She's like,
So you've got this. We'll be at the bar.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, and then so you had your head over to the bar. Peggy and Sugar, as you walk into the headquarters of the Desert Rangers, you we'll see there are some jail cells that are set up on the inside. This is very much like an old-timey sheriff's office. It does have several cells. There's a couple people that are passed out drunk in some of the cells. There is a big wooden table where sits a woman, a human woman with, she's got pale skin, freckles. She has a short strawberry blonde hair. Well, not too short. It's like in a bob. Strawberry blonde hair. She's dressed in all black. She's got some black ripped jeans on, big black boots. She's got her sidearm strapped to her hip. She has her jacket back that is also a very old black leather jacket, very worn, has a few holes in it, a few patches on it. But her sidearm is very obvious. You can see it. She has another gun on the table. Her feet are propped up on the table as you all come in, and she is sitting back drinking a Nuka-Cola as you come in.
Well, howdy, hey there. We've got a bounty to turn in, and we'd like to request another one.
My goodness, Peggy Sue. So good to see you again, Sugar.
Sweet as
That was rather quick. Took care of the Yagui, did you?
We certainly did. And as you can tell, I kind of caught the nasty side of that one. There's just bruising.
And then Sugar just kind of whistles, and Lady Luck will come in and throw the Yaguai's head on the table.
Well, there was certainly no need for that.
Got to make sure our bases are covered, Chug.
I do appreciate your style. Hey Malcolm, can you come get this thing off my desk? And then a very large male comes in from one of the offices. This place isn't that large. It's got a few rooms in it, but he does come in from the side. And Malcolm comes in. He is very big. He is, he almost doesn't look like he should be human, but he looks human, but very large. His skin is kind of ashen. And one of the most notable features about this character is his left arm is kind of larger than his right, abnormally so. He's got a very large left arm, and he does have his gun strapped to his left hip. So maybe he's left-handed. But Malcolm comes in and he takes the Yaogui head and he like hoists it up and then takes it outside. All right then. Now that we got that out, I believe I owed you 120 caps. It was.
Is that right, Sugar? I think that was right.
That sounds about right, unless you decide to grant a little bit of gratuity to one of your more preferred bounty hunters.
No, I don't believe I would.
Wow. Well,
Worth a shot.
That's a darn shame it is.
Well, she will pull open one of the drawers to the desk, and it is loaded with caps. And she will count out one by one, looking you up and down. So, gave you a concussion, did it? Hit you right upside the head?
Sure did. Right nasty one.
And just the two
Knocked
of you.
the absolute p-wango out of me. No, there's a couple of stragglers out on the road. Stuck me up in the neck with one of the stim pack thingies.
How fortunate for you. Not so many people are so kind. I could have very easily left you for dead and taken all your things.
When I'm around, I'm quite too lucky for that.
Yeah, this motherfucker almost had it snake charmed.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't fight him. It fought me. Slight glare at Sugar.
Well, I would have enjoyed to see that.
I'm sure you would have. You counting quick enough?
She counts out a few more. So these people that you that saved you, they with any organization?
Not that I'm aware of. Think they're just roaming around. Seemed like a bunch of dipshits getting stuck into a bunch of stuff they don't know nothing about, really.
Oh, so not any of my people then.
No.
Not at all.
Some
All right,
some redneck, some nerdy boy, and really angry girl with a hammer.
Angry girl with a hammer.
Yeah. Think she's a
Interesting.
brawler from up over in the hub or some shit. Seemed nice enough though.
Oh.
They didn't wallop me, so I ain't gonna complain too bad.
Yeah, they Hub City's known for their fighting rings. So you got one. It's very strange that somebody all the way from up there would be this far south.
I didn't ask
They say where
questions.
they're going, what they're doing.
They said they're just stocking up back on supplies and heading back out, but I wasn't gonna ask too many questions. I appreciated the stim pack. That shit ain't cheap.
No, it's not. Strange that somebody would do something like that. Someone they don't even know.
So he said, not everyone's heart is cold as yours, my dear.
I mean, I wouldn't have shared either, to be fair, but
My heart's not cold. Most people would say it's quite warm.
Sadly, I haven't had the pleasure to say that yet.
Well. All right. Well, this should do you. 120 caps.
much appreciated. I will slide the new bounty with Johnny Boy. Slide it on over. This one caught my attention. You know how I feel about men over here out here in the wasteland anyhow.
You're just gonna take the 120.
Leave, excuse you. Stops it. My pouch is feeling a little empty, honey. I'll put that in mine.
It's like, hey, after you want to get the conversation, and I want to get to playing.
I want to put the caps in my bag, and then I'm going to talk for a minute. Just like...
She
Tune my
looks
guitar.
at the... Do what?
As I tune my guitar.
She slides the paper closer. John. Really?
I don't know, some grumpy ass old man looks like he's been ruling the roost too long, if you ask me.
Well, this one, from what I know, is quite further up north from where we are. We put it on the bounty board here because you never know. Sometimes they can make their way south running. The rattlesnakes are known to have a far reach. But why would you go after him? I mean, yes, we have him up on the board, but
Just caught my attention. I'm feeling honestly kind of like traveling a little bit.
All right. Well, from what I can, from the information that I know, last I heard, he was up north, kind of by. There's this place called Andrews, this town up north called Andrews. There's a settlement that he's possibly hiding out that's up there. As far as I know, that's the last I heard.
Heavily guarded or bunch of trap. Basically, I'm wondering how many boys am I gonna have to spank to get to him?
Well, the problem with this is there were a lot of armadillos up there, and so that was a really heavy area for us to get through. But word is that somebody took out one of their base of operations, Robco.
Don't say.
Yeah, so
How the hell
there's
they manage that?
I would like to know. People aren't talking. I've asked.
Maybe I can do a bit of digging on the way up there then. See what we can figure out. Maybe if I get you some information, maybe a couple of people, you feel like being a little more gracious?
Maybe. You never know.
Any other odd jobs around here before I decide to take off a walking?
Well, some of the other bounties are a little bit closer. We do have this band of super mutants that's been getting closer and closer to settlements and taking out some of the locals. Not here, but some of the locals in some of the local towns. They've
It's
set
not
up.
Big Boy, is it?
Oh yes. He's quite brutal, quite mean, and I don't want to deal with him. But of course, I have to take care of the people of around here. So it's kind of my job.
Maybe we start with them super mutants before we head out. I don't know. What do you think, Shug?
I'm following the flow of direction. If you
That
head
is not
straight-
fucking helpful. You did this when we tried to decide what we're eating for dinner too, damn it.
Well, like I said, if it's cooked and prepped in front of me, it's enough to be consumed.
Well, how about this? Hand me a little bit of information on this damn super mutants. Tell me a direction to go. And eventually I'll make my way up and go get old Johnny Boy and put him to rest.
All right. Well, there's the last that we scouted and looked at it. They were setting up a base at this old water tower, which has also become quite a bit of a problem because they've shut off the pumps that it's getting fresh water to the town that they have been raiding and taking people from. So it's
like that.
probably about a six hour walking about north from here.
Do they have a time of day they're more active, or is it just all fucking day? Like, for example, if I decide to sneak out there over in the dusk time, catch them with their pants down, is that an option?
I don't know. I mean,
Damn it.
as far as I know, people like them sleep. But
Okay. Well, thank you for the information, and I will return with many a severed heads. This time, we won't put it on your desk.
you might not want to go just the two of you, by the way. It's a whole gang, a whole group of.
Maybe I can see if I can snag that angry hammer chick. Maybe she'd be willing to help us out. What do you think, Shug? You think you can talk her into it?
So far I can talk almost anybody into anything. So
Almost.
Don't worry, Peggy. I will wither you down until the moment you realize I'm the best option in town.
See what I put up with?
Besides, I ain't worried about what threat we face. I face down super mutants, all kinds of bandits, raiders, and everything in between. It's the life.
Really? You.
Yes, I've faced more threats than most people can count. I'm more capable than people realize. Like I said, luck is always on my side.
Interesting. You're an interesting person.
Well, you have yourself a pleasant rest of your day.
Yeah, you too. Be careful out there.
I'm gonna go take a rest this time. Believe me, I'm gonna be watching my face this next time. I don't want to do that again. That hurt. As she's walking out.
And on the way out, she's like, and by the way, Saffron, if you decide that you need some private entertainment, I'll be in town for a little bit.
Well, Malcolm usually provides all the entertainment that I can handle, but
Sometimes you need a more delicate touch. And
Sometimes you need a whole mariachi band.
And then, so I imagine that Marcus and I got a seat at like a bar or like a table or something like that, and I'm just like, so you, and I'm saying this in a hushed tone to him, like, so you like put a single bullet in a 6-shooter and then you like spin it and then you like put it to your head and pull the trigger and you pass it to another person. It's like the funnest game in the world. It's called Russian roulette. We gotta try it sometime.
I've seen it done before, but it only lasted a round. Kind of put me off the game, if I'm being honest.
That's why it's always good. It's always exciting. You never know what's going to happen. I've survived 4 times.
Okay, well, that's impressive. I've seen a 100% rate of death on it.
It's pretty good.
It's a losing proposition to someone.
And I do buy some food for like myself and also Hash Brown. Is this a dog-friendly bar? Is it a dog?
Anara will come up to you. It would be Anara. Will come up to you, kind of looking at you, Pon, as you are discussing this game. Looking at you, kind of cautious. Yes, your companion's more than welcome in here.
Oh, sorry. I was asking the GM. If it was in character, it'd be a Russian accent, or my best
yes.
at a Russian accent. Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, this is a wasteland. It's fine.
Marcus will have bought a bottle of vodka for him and Pon to share.
Okay.
He will also be a little bit more fidgety than he might normally be, waiting for the arrival of Peggy and Sugar.
Okay. So Anara will go bring you a bottle of vodka that is 15 caps and 2 dirty glasses. There's a little bit of a crack in one of them, but it still holds alcohol, no problem. But she will bring you 2 glasses. What brings you 2 into town? Marcus, I don't believe I've seen you in quite some time. That is your name, right? I remember correctly.
Sexual relations?
No.
Peter, not everyone who meets has had sexual relations.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, for the right price, but
Sexual
But no.
relations.
no.
We were just passing through. Otherwise, I wouldn't have come back.
You joining up again with the Rangers?
Most certainly not.
Hmm.
And are the Rangers kind of like
just
cops?
passing through?
Yes, the Desert
Okay.
Rangers are, it's basically what's left over from the Texas Rangers. They've kind of band back up together. So yes, it's kind of, they're the lawmen of the West right now.
Then Pon will be like, "You were a cop? I mean, you were in law enforcement?" As he kind of like catches himself a little bit.
For a spell, I was. If that's what they want to call themselves, yes.
And he just takes a long swig of his drink.
Your vodka.
Yes, vodka.
Vodka.
Wodka. I will never forget the call it the zombies. The wodka.
You're right.
Sorry.
How long will it take us to catch, to get to where they are?
At least 3 to 4 drinks.
Yeah.
At least. Oh gosh.
I mean, that's.
Well, is there anything else?
One bottle down, as I might imagine it.
Oh my god.
For the record, for the record, Pon's bat is wrapped up in cloth and hanging on his backpack, but he does have his lead pipe pistol, or no, sorry, pipe gun on his side or whatever. So just
Okay,
for
so you
your
have that.
knowledge, yeah.
Okay, awesome. Does Saffron know you're here? You've been by to see her yet?
Not as of yet, and I'm hoping to get by without doing so. So if you wouldn't mind keeping it on the down low that I'm in town.
I won't say anything. I mean, unless somebody pays me to say something, then I might say something. But no, I won't say anything.
That sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Here is 5 caps tip to not say anything. I give her 5 caps.
I will not say anything unless they pay me more than 5 caps. No. Do you need anything to eat?
Yeah, Marcus will order a meal for the 2 of them, whatever.
Is it happy hour?
Yes, is it happy hour?
'Cause there's
You
a
can
drink
drink
and hot wing
anytime you want
special.
to. You can drink anytime you want to, but no, she's not moving on the price.
What is the cheapest food item? I'm looking it up now. God damn. All right. Squirrel bits.
Squirrel bits it is.
Squirrel bits. Is
Okay.
one enough for 2 people, or is it?
That's what it's one. The squirrel bits is basically one meal.
Sure. So two squirrel bits then.
Yeah.
Marcus will begrudgingly pull out another 8 caps.
And I will. I definitely bought the elote earlier, so if you want me to microwave some caps for that, that's totally cool. I can do that.
I think Marcus has had 2 drinks. He's probably gonna be fine buying.
Okay, so you both are eating a squirrel bits.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shit. Yeah.
I give
Cool.
half of mine to hash brown. Yeah.
Okay. Both of you, please roll a d6.
A D6. Okay.
Yeah.
4.
I also got a 4. What does that mean?
Okay, so those are both blanks. So luckily,
Okay.
those are both blanks and nothing happens. So you do not take radiation from these squirrel bits. And as you're enjoying your meal, Sugar and Peggy come in.
Did you fuck us over? Oh, did you fuck us over?
Excuse you.
I'm assuming on the walk, Peggy would have given Sugar their caps.
I would have given you the 20 of those caps that belong to you. Shug.
Are Pawn and I 6 sheets to the wind?
You can, if you've drank the whole bottle of vodka between the two of you, I'm going to
had
say,
time. I don't know if we did or not.
yes, because they were talking for a minute. She was counting up
Sure.
the caps. They were shooting the shit. I would say that you probably, especially talking about Russian roulette, you probably shot some of that quite.
Did we play it?
I don't know. Did you play it? I mean, we could play it if you.
No,
How drunk are we?
we wouldn't pull out a gun in public. Pond is smart enough to know that.
especially in basically the police like headquarters town.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes. So I would say that you're both feeling inebriated.
Sure.
But I'm not going to make you roll an addiction roll for this.
Cool. That's the trait. I'm always addicted, so that's fine.
Yeah, so you're both feeling rather nice as your meal of squirrel bits is brought out to you, and Peggy and Sugar come in. Sugar says that they are giving you their food, or their caps. Owed.
As Peggy gives us the caps that were owed
Do
from the
I?
bounty.
I think Sugar did, right?
Do you?
No,
Sugar did
Sugar was
not.
saying that he wanted to make sure that
Sugar
I
did
gave
not.
him the caps for his part.
So Peggy has not
Okay.
given us the caps.
I have not.
Okay.
I'm walking in and I'm seeing how drunk they are. You boys been having fun with that, and no, I didn't fuck y'all over.
He's been rather worried about it.
No.
Oh, and he immediately like dismantles the Molotov cocktail and like puts it back in his bag and like.
Well, excuse you. You're gonna owe me a
hold on.
shot for that one.
Hold on, Peter. We may still need it.
You owe me a
I believe
shot.
I believe they owe
One.
us some money.
No.
We do owe you some money. You owe me a shot. And little lady, can I please get me a squirrel on a stick?
Sure, no problem.
Thank
And
you.
Grab you a
Sugar, I believe you have some funds that need to be distributed as well.
I do believe that sounds about right, or something like that.
I got 20 caps for you, Mr. Marcus.
I'll tell you what. I think we're probably going to have to stay here for the night. So if you want to use that 20 caps towards our lodging and food for the evening, it's
I can
fine
do
with
that
me.
if that comes out of your wallet, not mine. Mine's a little light.
Well, then
Okay.
consider it a gift.
Well, look at you. You know, Sugar, that's my flattering what he's doing. Pawn, here's your 20 caps.
I do not know this pawn.
I mean, Pietrov or
oh, thank
Porter.
you.
Uh,
Peter.
Holly?
Peggy, did you get bounty on Big John?
I did. I got questioned as to why I'd be so interested in him, and I tried to throw that off. I did just call you a redneck and not drop your name. I hope that makes you feel better. And also, I did get a little bit more information on some super mutants nearby that might be a closer bounty for us if we feel like picking them off. Apparently, that doesn't cut the water off for some local town.
Is it femur?
It is related to femur.
Yes.
I'm fine with doing that if you'd be willing to help me go after this John fella.
Here's a little secret about me, since you don't remember how we met. I'm more than willing to go take down some high and mighty man. I'm trying to think. He's running the wastes, honey.
So that's a yes.
Yes.
Okay. I've had a bit to drink. I may not remember this
Kind
tomorrow.
of shove him in the shoulder a little bit to see if he, like...
He does a little bit. He's a little off. He's a little off his wits right now.
Hey, Sugar, you got anything you want to know about them? Because they got some...
You know, Pietro was telling me about a game that we could play. Is it a 4-player game, Pietro?
It can be fun for all ages. As
What's this game called?
It was.
Rush.
I dibs on first player.
Russian roulette.
No. But no.
It is
We're not-
favorite
mm-mm.
for raider families.
We're not... Oh. 1, I need a raider. 2, I don't do that stupid shit. You got a game we can play. I got a few of them. There's one called Cups. We got quarters. Because quarters ain't worth shit no more.
What about knife game where you stab until you see?
Why do you like to hurt yourself?
What games did you play when
You
you were with
definitely-
them?
You definitely do see his hands are like have tons of scars on
Who
them.
hurt you?
Many people, and
She just
yeah.
kind of like gives him a little side hug. It's okay. Quit it. She's like, enjoy your bod. Here, have another one. And she's like bringing it to his face.
Can I roll a endurance and survival check to see if I'm drunk, or if I can
Sure.
get my? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna submit that Marcus at this point is drunk.
Peggy, will you roll a d6, please?
Okay, I got
Or
the
what?
best of times and worst of times. So I got a natural 1 and a natural 20. So what does that mean?
You are really drunk, but you feel
Yeah.
really good about it. You're like you're really, oh my gosh,
Wow.
you're really drunk. You have not had this much to drink in a while. But you're feeling really good. Your accent slips here and there. You sometimes forget where you're at, but and there are people that are in the bar with you that are kind of like looking at this new group of people that's sitting there talking, just watching you.
I've been there. They know who I am.
Miss Navarre, can I get a 3-bit order the squirrel bits?
Sure.
Marcus will also order a beverage and squirrel bits, if it could be delivered to Kaylee's shop for Ash.
Aww.
Just
Okay.
open DoorDash.
So sweet.
Do they have that app? Is that a thing here?
It's called she has one of her workers go
Sure.
and take it across the street.
If it's what's the price on that?
Squirrel bits was and then what did you get on that roll, Peggy? So you
4.
She got a 4. Yeah.
4. Okay, so you do not take any radiation damage. The squirrel bits was 4 caps. Squirrel
And,
and a stick is 15 caps.
So I'll send her squirrel bits and a beer, Ash. So I think that's 9.
You'll be very happy.
9 caps.
Yes.
And just to clarify, did we get the 20 but not the 43 caps, or did we get them all?
Sugar has not given up the 43.
It's not
Sugar,
even
quit holding out on these boys.
Okay.
They've been too drunk to really ask Sugar, and when we started asking, y'all started talking. So
Sugar.
kinda
Well,
like-
this is Peggy. Sugar.
what can I
Don't
do
be
for
that
ya?
guy.
Oh, in what way are you talking?
Yeah.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. There are enough crooked dogs out here. You don't need to be one of them.
And Sugar's legitimately confused.
Give them the caps that they are owed, Sugar.
Oh, that's right. The money from Kaylee. As
Yeah,
Sugar pulls out the
Kaylee.
pouch, goes through, puts 40 down for each.
Mm-hmm.
Mark.
Oh no,
Han's
what
bad
Mark-
at basic.
Marcus counts his one at a time.
Pon is bad at basic math, so he's like, much appreciated. As he gives Sugar 5 caps, he's like, please play song tonight.
Sugar.
Assuming Marcus can count to 40 at this point, he will. I don't know. I don't know if he can or not.
You can do endurance and survival and see.
Sure.
Or yeah, endurance and survival.
So that's just those 2 skills combined, right?
Yes, that's the 2 skills combines your target number, and then you roll.
So-
We'll do the difficulty of 1.
Okay, 12 is my target number. It's a tagged skill as well.
Okay, cool.
That is a natural 20
Oh, okay.
and a
Rolling high
5.
tonight.
And 5.
The 5 is my number for tagged skill.
Okay, so you
It's a
did
tag.
get a critical success and you got a nat 20. Cool. All right, so yeah, you let's see.
Natural 1 and natural 20 though.
Yeah, so
Right.
you did get success on it. However, so as you're counting your caps, you are going to drop a couple on the floor, and as you're picking them up from the ground, in walks a very gorgeous woman in black denim pants, ripped black worn leather jacket with strawberry blonde bob cut hair, boots, walking thudding on the ground as she makes her entrance.
Hey, Saffron, this is that redneck I told you about.
Wait, is it Saffron?
Oh yeah. So
Oh,
as
fuck.
you look up after you pick up your caps,
Oh,
you look
fuck.
up and it's Saffron, and she has entered into the bar.
Sexual relations. As
I'm just wanting to clear Peggy's name immediately,
Can-
being like, hey, this is that guy I told
Can
you
Marcus
about.
stay under the table? Does he feel like that's a viable option?
You can try. So if they start saying that, what's your
I do
sneak
say that.
and your what?
My sneak? Oh, Jesus.
Sneak is agility.
Agility?
yeah,
Sneak and agility?
Sneak, yeah, why not?
Okay, my agility is high. My sneak is not. 12 is the target number.
Oh gosh. Difficulty of 2.
Oh no. It's a natural 18 and natural 19.
You are not hidden.
No, I didn't think
No,
I was.
well, I mean, and
underneath the table, your hat is sticking out to
Sure.
where you should see your hat as you're under the table.
I mean, I wholeheartedly say that out loud because
Sure.
I'm trying to throw blame. It's like, oh look,
Marcus.
I like lean over to
Oh,
Sugar.
fine, over here.
Who's that?
Oh, that's
Shut
the
Saffron.
fuck
The
up,
one in
Pon.
charge.
Marcus will slowly raise from the floor.
hey, Pon, you ought to go to the bathroom.
Saffron?
Hi.
And he goes like, wait, she's a cop? As he like says in a hushed tone to Sugar and Peggy.
Yeah,
How
you gonna
hush of a tone is it?
very. Peggy's being very hush.
It's probably loud. Yeah, in
He might be being loud. Peggy's being like, yeah, she probably gonna recognize you.
I have to take shit. As he immediately like
Pietro, just have that thing we were talking about earlier ready.
you got it. As he like takes his backpack with him and he like heads over to whatever the bathroom is, outhouse, whatever.
Okay, yeah, it would be there's a bathroom in here. It's very crude, but yeah, there is a bathroom with the porcelain throne and everything in it, working water and all that jazz.
Is there
so,
a window?
Yeah, yes, there would be a window in here. It's very small, but it's there. Is Hash Brown coming with?
Absolutely, yeah. Therapy dog, as walked in.
You say therapy dog.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, awesome. So don't forget to enter Mithril in the chat for a chance to win a 1020 by Mithril Armory. We will be giving that away at the end of the show, so you still have time. So enter it in chat, Mithril, to be entered into the giveaway. So yes, you go into the bathroom. You get up as Saffron approaches and comes closer. She is completely not even paying attention to you. So, what do I owe the pleasure, Marcus, for you coming into my town? It's been far too long. And she sits down where Pawn got up.
Sure.
Y'all know each other?
She turns the seat around and sits backward into the chair and rests her arms on it.
She Will Rikers that shit. All right.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Show did. Kitty.
Well, Saffron, I'm just passing through, and I'm not looking for any trouble. I didn't come to see you or cause any issues.
Trouble? Why would there be any trouble? There's no trouble here.
Well, I recall us leaving not under the best of circumstances, but my memory might be suspect in this regard.
Us leaving? You're the one that abandoned your post. You're the one that left Desert Rangers. I didn't leave anything. I didn't fire you. I didn't do anything wrong. You're the one that left. Was it me?
That's not. No, I left, but I had my reasons, and you know that.
Wow.
And you weren't in charge then, but
I'm in charge now.
you are in charge now. But you know what was done was not right.
I had nothing to do with that.
Well, I think that's why we can keep things civil.
For
The whole
now.
time they're talking behind her back, Peggy is like making little kissy hands. Marcus.
I'm sure it's just feeding Lady and Bopper with the squirrel bits.
Peggy, now, what are you doing here sitting with Marcus?
This is that redneck I told you I ran into.
Well, Peggy is a good friend of mine.
Good friend, honey. I've known you for a day.
I think that's underselling it.
How's that underselling shit? No, they're the ones that stuck me in the neck with the thingy.
As I said, good friends. You don't waste a stim pack on a stranger.
You went and helped them out for what?
As I said,
Goodness
we go way back.
Hmm.
Sell Marcus out. He's gonna sell you right back out.
Honey,
Marcus
I've only
hand
seen
on
you.
his gun underneath the table.
It 100% is, yes.
Last time I saw you, which you don't remember, I wasn't exactly the same person I am now, and that was many years ago.
And I'm not exactly the same person I was then either.
You don't even know my name up until I told you yesterday. So
I knew your
listen.
nickname, and
Can I kick his chair out from underneath him?
I'm not reaching back. Let's be civil here. No reason to get aggressive.
Peggy's like,
On will write something on a piece of paper and then give it to Hash Brown and then let the door open a little bit so Hash Brown can sneak out. And then
Saffron.
Hash Brown.
No.
Ideally, Hash Brown will go over to Marcus and then hand him like a slobbery piece of paper. Are there any complications or does it happen?
Go ahead and because you can command an NPC to
Dog meat? Yeah.
Do that. You can have her do that. However, let's do stealth or sneak and sneak and agility to see if anybody sees you like in the bathroom trying to.
Okay.
Feel free to use an action point to roll an extra d20.
You know what? That's a great idea. That's a really great idea. I am going to use an action point.
Action points right now.
Peggy will say
We
to
are at 6
Saffron,
now.
you and I both know the only time I saw Mr. Marcus here, and that was how many years back? And that's the only time he's ever laid eyes on me before.
I got 2 successes and 1 failure.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you're able to get Hash Brown the note. It's a little bit slobbery, and your handwriting is
Like a third grader.
yep.
So
Yeah.
do you open it, Marcus?
If Marcus sees it, he'll give Hash Brown a little bit of whatever remains of his squirrel bit, and take the paper.
Okay. When you unfurl it, it says pancake ? And then it has a yes or a no box with a pencil.
Oh my gosh.
And then Hash Brown waits.
Marcus will keep this information in mind,
Oh my god.
as he may or may not have forgotten that was the word. He may have been yelling out waffles.
You're drunk. Oh no.
I need waffles right now.
Where are those goddamn waffles?
Oh gosh. I don't serve any waffles here. What are you talking about? So Saffron. No, Marcus. Why would you be lying about how long you've known my?
I was just having a little fun at Peggy's expense. At least I was trying to. And she quickly threw attention to me as soon as you walked in.
Yes. She looks over at Peggy, and this is exactly what he does. So if you're going to be hanging around with him, be aware of that.
Is that one I heard you saying those dirty words about that one time?
Yes. That's one.
Well,
Noted. Like writing on a fake pad, like she's just like looking at Marcus smiling.
And then you will see in walks her not right-hand man, her left-hand man. So the very large man known as Malcolm comes in a little while after her. Oh, hello, darling. Marcus.
Jesus,
I don't believe
did he get bigger?
No. He's always been quite large, though. Comes in handy.
Winky face.
For many reasons. Yes, this is Malcolm, if you hadn't met.
Peggy does make a winky face behind her back towards Marcus when she says that.
He raises up his left hand and he's like, just gives you a sup. Like, doesn't say anything. So, what are you doing in my town, Marcus? What are you doing hanging around with Peggy and Sugar? And who's your friend? Where did they
as
go?
I said, I was just passing by. We're just here to restock, resupply, and then we'll be heading out.
Not making any trouble, are you?
Not aiming to.
Peggy, is this about the bounty you were asking me earlier?
He pointed him out, and I just
No.
figured maybe. I mean, I was
Mark.
looking for a bounty, and he just pointed him out. He said that was an interesting one, so I figured why not? Because I got help, and
Your fortitude is astounding, Peggy.
have you met her? I mean, of course you have.
Met, yes.
Look, if I have an interest in this bounty and we complete it for you, I don't see how that's an issue. You need it done, and I have an inkling to get it done.
Well, it's true, but don't go poking your nose into things you don't know anything about. You can
I'm
go
planning
pick up
to.
but
I aim to steer clear of your business,
good.
as long as you steer clear of me.
Well, you have nothing to worry about with that. I will still steer clear. But don't go poking around where you're not wanted. Well, it was nice catching up. Enjoy your meal. I'm sure I'll be seeing you or not, depending on if you make it back soon. And she will go pick up a drink from the bar and head out with Malcolm.
Hey, Marcus.
Yes, Peggy.
Is there a little bit more to this whole Big John thing than everybody's telling me?
Well, I can't tell you what Saffron's interest is.
Why
Mine
not?
is because I don't know what her interest is. I haven't seen her in a few years. My interest is my own. As far as you're concerned, I mean, this is just a payday, right?
Upon you will
Yeah.
see that she has left as you're peeking out, and
Okay, yeah.
John has not come back.
And when,
Okay,
when
I'll-
she leaves, Marcus will give another round of waffles.
And then Pond will like exit, and then you just head over to the table and sit down and be like, did everything go well? As he like leans into Peggy and Marcus and Sugar.
Peggy astounds me at her ability to
I play
be
nice.
brave in the sense of danger.
Well, no, what I like to do is I play nice. I kiss ass to people like that, and then they don't look twice at you.
Until they need that ass kissed again.
Then I'm nowhere to be found, honey. Get in, get out. Get out.
But
So
speak. Go ahead.
So is she like a bad guy? Is she? If we are the protagonist, would she be the antagonist? As
She would be the person that gives me money, but if you piss her off, she might make the decision on what's right and wrong.
Yeah, not everything is painted in quite that brush like your comic books are.
and I know that she's like my personal antagonist because she, law and all that kind of stuff. But like, is she gonna complicate like our mission stuff job?
Hopefully not, as long as we don't piss her off. So I would,
'Cause-
to that end, I would suggest we leave in the morning.
Because you'd be surprised what happened when you bar the front door and you throw in a Molotov cocktail in the middle of the night. It does a lot of work. So like,
We'll keep that as a backup plan, Pon.
okay, got it.
But it's high up on the list of the backup plans, though. Peggy, did you get a roundabout, like how long it would take us to get to where around Big John is hanging out and where this super mutant issue is going on?
I know I got the super mutants. They were about 6 hours. I don't think I asked about Big John. She said it was all
Andrews?
the way up in Andrews.
Andrews be a couple days travel, so about 3 days travel. Yeah, around about 3 days.
So would Marcus know if we could hit that and then on the way back do the Raiders or vice versa or however?
So they are in the opposite directions.
Fantastic.
I think I said north, but the super mutants would be to the south. I don't know why I said north. I was thinking Andrews. Andrews is to north, super mutants are to the south.
Well, I have my preference. I would like to go settle things with this John fella first.
Can you level with me, Mr. Marcus? Sugar, don't you agree that there seems to be something? I want to know the details before we're going in there. If you seem to have some personally charged motivation here.
I'll be honest, I don't give two shits. You tell me where we're going, and I'm going
Damn
with
it,
the flow.
Sugar.
Sugar, I like the way your dingleberries hang.
Well, that Dingleberry be holding on to all your money, honey.
The boss and all you guys saved my life. So in my opinion, I owe all of you guys a life debt. So I've got your back no matter what, Marcus. If this is a personal vendetta, then I'm ride or die.
I'm all about personal vendettas.
Thank you, Pita.
Don't get me wrong. I just want to know if there's something I need to know before I go throwing my happy ass into danger.
Well, isn't that what you do on a normal basis, hunting bounties? This is just
Oh
another
yeah,
bounty.
but this one seems something special to you, and I want to know why.
And Peggy just likes to be nosy. It's her thing.
You hush.
Suffice it to say, he's the Rattlesnakes organization he is a part of was instrumental in my departure from the Rangers.
And that's
And
all I need to know.
Would I know of the
Congratulations.
rattlesnakes? And if I do, are they on the same level, lesser than, or more than, or greater than the armadillos?
About the same.
About the same. Okay. And are the
They have-
armadillos like well known and brutal and all that kind of stuff?
The armadillos are from what you all know are more into running chems. They also have now they are taking over some of the fighting rings, and now it's going to be robot fights instead of where it has been human fights. Ash was a part of that, but now they've started rolling out that operation. Whereas the rattlesnakes are more of they come in, they take what they want, and they leave. They're not running chems, they're not running anything like that. They are taking what they want and killing everybody and not asking questions, just taking what they want when they want and how they want it. So,
Overseer, how familiar am I with the rattlesnakes?
You've probably picked up a couple of some of the lesser known ones here and there, some of the lesser bounties, but you would know that they're pretty brutal, pretty vicious, and probably want to stay away from large groups of them because they are very dangerous. And so the ones that you have been able to pick up, it's because they were away from their larger groups. They were outside of their raider camps.
Noted.
Sugar's just eating and feeding.
I'm just picturing you sitting there like it's almost like nursing, like there's like
Mhm.
Bopper and you're just like you take a bite, you give some to Bopper, like
And the last bit to Lady by his side, yeah.
And Pond did pay you for a performance if you feel so inclined.
Oh yeah, Sugar was waiting for this show to finish, so Sugar's been like, oh, I gotta take care of Bopper and Lady while they get that figured out.
It's like they're a current bard playing, and then you just like kick them off the stage and be like,
I need to. I just be like, you see this? This is a Death Claw baby, and they just leave. Clear stages pretty easily.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing we decided what the plan gonna be, right?
I
Have
guess
we?
we're gonna go snag us a bounty. I do want to catch this other one. It's a cheaper bounty, but
I will lend a hand. I just ask that you do the same.
I'm in for the share of my caps, duh. But like I said, I have no problem helping settling personal vendettas. It's kind of my thing.
Well, I appreciate it then.
So we gonna get the super mutants, or we gonna head to John?
Which order we want to do them in?
John.
I mean,
Yeah,
one
I
of them's
think-
only 6 hours away. The other one's 2 days.
3.
And
Three.
it's 3 days away.
I'm just throwing that one out there. We could knock out those little mutants, get us a little bit of extra dough and some supplies, and then make the 3 days journey. Or
I'll
we go.
defer-
John.
in
I
gang
know
hierarchy,
what you want,
Marcus is,
I know what Marcus wants, but listen here, Peter. What would you do? Would you want to knock out the one closest first so you can get the extra cash and then go the long distance, or do you want to go the long distance, come back, and then do the small game?
He kind of like thinks for a minute. He's like, "What's that, Joey?" All right, got it. And then he kind of just like,
Joey!
he's just kind of like, "Well, Joey has a point. If it was up to me in my old ways, I would definitely rob this town blind and then start a fire and then leave in the dead of night. But I'm trying to change a new leaf. So I think morally, I gotta help the person who saved my life, Marcus, first, and then I can go for caps and all that kind of stuff next."
Let me point this one out. It's not just about the caps. Those super mutants done turned off the water for a whole settlement.
Ooh, that is something. That's good, right? As I look to Marcus, like it would be good to stop them, right?
There's a whole
Morally?
settlement that don't have water till we help clear out those bad boys.
By the way, I believe Peggy, you're doing a bit wrong with convincing Peter to go see that super mutants. They're connected to some people who are pretty high on that bounty board. Meaning, if you claim the bounty, that's a few steps that that Pond fella gets to move up on the lead
That
board.
is true, because it's associated with Mr. Big Boy.
And then he's like, oh, as he kind of like, you see his eyes like gleam, and he goes, what if we clear them out really quick, and then we just go straight over to the Big Johnson or Big.
That's
and we get our hands on some Big Johnson.
Oh my god.
okay. You know what? I'm gonna side with Peter here. Let's go clear out the little fellas and then go get our hands on a Big Johnson.
If that's what you want to do, I'm not going to stop you. I'm going after John.
All I'm saying is if we go knock out this little one, we can also learn how we work as a group, because if we're going after John, we're going to have our shit together.
We go after the super mutants, we gotta have our shit together.
Listen, I'm not disagreeing with anything that you're saying, but I thought that all of the higher ups from the rattlesnakes in that area were done with. And I come to this town and I find that there's still one lurking about. I'm gonna go say hello.
If you insist. I can't do all that shit without help anyways.
If it would help ease the path, I'll buy the supplies we would need as a group to go there and back.
I heard you gonna pay for supplies.
That is what I said, yeah.
Well, if you can afford my supplies, then I'm in.
Well, let me be clear, Sugar. I'm talking about food and water.
Absolutely. Which means you gotta feed the whole party, right?
I believe that is what I said.
So that means you also be paying for me, Bappa, and Lady Luck at least.
I'll be paying for
Bopper
you.
can eat fingers.
And Bopper can eat your scraps or any food we find along the way, just the same as Hash Brown does. I don't know why we treat him any different.
His little snout comes up out of the flap.
But I'll tell you what. I'll buy a couple extra squirrel bits just for your little friend. As long as you keep him
That
away
thing
from
is
me.
my baby too. You better take care of him. He's
As
be
I
real
said,
cute. One of these days he's gonna be
I'll
a cat dog.
buy a couple for him as well, as long as you keep him away from me.
Hey, you buy food for the few? I've got no
though.
qualm. I'm here for the ride.
We could do a quick raid on the super mutants, get all their shit, and then come back to town and sell it and get the bounty to get more supplies to ensure a victory on Big John, as he kind of like looks over to Marcus. Because that might be...
What y'all missing is Marcus is not here for the cops, ain't for the bounty, ain't for the fame, ain't for the glory. This ambition digs deep in the soul of passion that we can't stop. When one is seeking a bounty that she can't seem to fed or refine, she digs deeper to get it. If one finds a place worth burning down that needs to be done, then you find a way to do it. If a man needs his retribution, a man will hunt for it.
I don't know that I followed all that, but I believe that is about the sum of it, yes.
All right, Mr. Marcus. You done twisted my arm. But if there's one thing I can get behind, it's retribution. Especially if you're paying for my food.
All right. Okay, is there anything else you would like to purchase or do? It is getting quite late in the evening. It's probably maybe 10, 11 o'clock at night.
I think I'll purchase my stuff off camera for some like gear and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll unless you want it on, I'll buy the group supplies off.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, you can, so you would be able to find, you have your list of what all of the shops in this area have. It's $5 or $5, 5 caps a night to stay at the inn. That's per room. So how many rooms would y'all like to get?
Whatever 20 caps will get us in terms of the lodging, because that's already, I guess.
Well, Ash and Tipper are probably crashing over it.
And Sugar's sweet talking to Nara.
Oh, okay. Cool. So yeah, if you did 20 caps, then you'd be able to get 4 rooms. But yes, Ash and Tipper are staying over at Kaylee's. Ash is
Yeah, you can apply whatever that 20 caps is to whatever she wants then.
okay. Yeah. So Inara, can I help you with something else?
Yeah, I was wondering if you'd let me pick your mind for the night.
Pick my mind?
See, I learned that everyone has a certain taste of music, poetry, art, or something. And I'd like to know what passion fuels you. You seem, the way your hands move, you fine with painting, but you haven't had a chance to really pursue it. And a special touch of even herbal blending. Granted, herbs have become few and far between in this land.
Well, I have a particular set of skills. It's not painting. Not with painting.
I'm sure with the right canvas, you find a way to create a masterpiece with a delicate touch, if I'm correct.
Delicate touch, yes. Now you're on to something. That's what I'm known for.
I'd like to engage in an opportunity to find how well your delicate touch may be then.
She will lean in closer. Well, you seem like you've got the caps. I could show you.
How about we make an arrangement? We put the caps forward that I'll pay you. But if I make your night worthwhile, you'll pay me that same amount in return.
We've got a deal.
And then Sugar will pull out one of the many packs of caps and just set it down. Whatever the price is, that's what we put on this little wager then.
All right. Well, normally I charge 25 caps.
That bag has 100.
That confident, are you? I will have to say that I am known for my delicate touch.
Sweetie, it's not confidence. I'm the luckiest thing that's ever existed. I can always perfect what I put my craft to.
Very well then. I'll be closing up soon, and we can discuss this further later.
Absolutely. And Sugar's just going to kind of relax a bit, waiting for the moment to prove that luck is always the better option.
Is there a jukebox in this room?
There would be one, and there is a generator powering it. So yes, there is one.
Peggy's gonna get up and she's gonna go put on just some kind of old school Western swing. Let's say Asleep at the Wheel. I think that's old enough, right? Which would be old enough. Anyways, just some old school like Western swing, and she's just gonna walk over to Marcus. All right, buddy, let's see what you're made of. If you can't two-step with the best of them, you can't do shit in the battlefield. Let's go.
And hello, Raiders. Thanks for raiding. So some fellow wastelanders raiding tonight. So thank you guys for joining us. If you would enter Mithril in the chat, you have an opportunity to win a 1020. We'll be wrapping up soon doing that drawing. So enter Mithril in the chat and you will be entered in to win. So yes, the music, so you are able to pick a song. It does not, it's an automated one. It does not charge you anything. So you would be able to pick a song that you like, and it will start playing. Blue Moon, oh God.
There you go, yep.
Yeah, why not? There it is. Blue Moon is playing now on the jukebox.
Mr. Marcus, can you two-step a little bit, or waltz, or anything?
It's been a while, but I think I might remember how.
Let's go then, Mr. Man.
Agility plus survival.
Oh God.
Sounds about right.
Oh
No
my
kidding.
gosh. With the difficulty of 2 because you're drunk, go for it.
Or it
Oh,
could be
God.
a bonus because he's drunk.
It's agility plus survival.
Yep.
That's good.
Twerk, Marcus, twerk.
It's a 15. I feel good about this.
You feel good about it?
I am going to use.
Difficulty.
Can I use a luck point to roll an extra dice? How's that work?
You can use a luck point.
A luck point to reroll. Okay, I'm gonna roll 2.
I should have done that. Oh my God.
Sure. Here's 2.
Yes.
2 natural 2s.
I got
Oh.
3 successes. I rolled just for funsies, but I got
That's-
a crit and then the success.
That's 4 successes. 'Cause those are both
Yada
on
yada
my
yada 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 yada.
natural
So,
2.
Body yada 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 yada.
Five is my tag skill and survival.
Okay.
They're
3
both-
is my tag skill.
So you
2 tiers.
so you would have replenished your action point that you used, and you would have also gained enough to fill up the action points that y'all used earlier.
You're welcome, group.
And y'all are cutting a rug. Y'all are just boot scoot and boogie all around the tavern, not tavern, the bar.
Just like Justin, Marcus can dance only when drunk.
Yes. So as you all are, so as Sugar, you are sweet talking Anara. Pawn, you are trying to just look inconspicuous, hidden at the table. Peggy and Marcus, you are cutting a rug. That is where we are going to end it for this evening. So thank you all for tuning in. And we do have Delta Squadron Operation Lockdown, which is an alien TTRPG this Friday. So please, so please tune in for that Friday. We will be drawing the Mithril, so enter Mithril in the chat. So for that 1020, very soon, we will go around and introduce the players again. So take it away, Sugar.
Greetings again. I was playing Sugar. I am Jordan, better known as Casual Campbell. You can find me on all social media at casual_Campbell, where I do a bunch of TTRPG and gaming stuff all over the place, doing all bunch of things. It's a wonderful stuff. And specifically tomorrow, you can see me on Gilding Light for She is the Ancient, the series premiere of a brand new show of a gender-bent Curse of Strahd, where I will be playing a Franken-Goblin. Yes, a Franken-Goblin. And I won't explain what that means, because trust and believe, when you see it, it will make so much sense. It's going to be a great experience. Yeah, cough, cough. Custom lineage, cough, cough. Amazing stuff. There's a lot of things coming through that. Among other things, coming up at the end of the month, I will be running a stream on the Initiative Order as well. It'll be my first time running something for the Initiative Order. So stay tuned for the amazing things that Casual is doing, because Casual is casually amazing. Cough, cough.
Including Volcania, which is a steampunk-inspired TTRPG, the miniseries you're doing right now.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That was
course.
yesterday.
It was awesome. Is it going to be on YouTube, or is it just on VOD for Twitch?
It will be going on YouTube. I finally figured out how to get my YouTube ready, so I will be having that, and I'll be dropping that link on multiple Discords. So join the Initiative Order Discord. I will drop the link to my YouTube, which will have those videos, so you can watch the VOD of the series premiere of the Volcania Forge of Faith. So yeah, I do things. Check it out. Casually, of course.
Casual. All right, Pawn also has some amazing things. So
Yeah. So my name is DeAngelo Murillo, and thank you again for watching tonight. My name is, I played Pawn tonight, who's a raider, and I do a lot of tabletop RPG events, including a Vampire the Masquerade miniseries starting this weekend, which I'm like so nervous about, but super hyped. Which we have like almost everyone here is a part of that project, so I'm like super stoked. Taryn is our main actress for it, so be sure to check it out on my YouTube or Twitch channel, _DeAngelo, and then we have a lot of things coming down the pipelines. So this should be pretty cool. All social medias is _DeAngelo. Check it out, and thank you again for being here.
Thank you.
and also DeAngelo writes some amazing articles for D&D Beyond. I'm also going to be doing stuff for Roll20. So follow his social medias to read some fantastic articles related to D&D stuff. So, and other stuff coming up soon too, not just D&D, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Tons of articles everywhere. Yeah.
Okay,
Tons of articles everywhere.
Peggy Sue.
Hi guys, my name is Taryn, also known as Valrook, and you can catch me on the Instagram at Valrook, VALROUK. I am a general nerdy person and a tabletop streamer, and I'm a dice maker. And you can follow my dice on Instagram at UO_dice, because I make Umbral Oculus dice, and they're beautiful, beautiful little math clacks, and I love them. And I have a Ko-fi that you can go and support me, and you can do a monthly sub, because I have like basically a dice subscription to save up and get you some of those beautiful little math clacks. And like DeAngelo said, I will be playing a very nerdy vampire lady who gets turned, but is still determined to be a nerd. So starting this weekend, you should come check that out. I'm also in Volcania and I play a cat mutant, and you should go check that out because that's also amazing. And then later in August, I have spooky things in the works, so you should definitely follow the initiative order, because it's a beautiful thing that we're working on, and I love it. And then there are other D&D projects also probably coming out in August that I'm also working on with people. I'm gonna be very busy, guys. Follow the Insta.
Okay, and yeah, and those dice are amazing. You need to check them out. They're absolutely beautiful.
pretty.
She sold out in like a day for her first drop.
Roll the commercial. Just kidding.
Is Jordan really?
No.
Oh God, I was like, it's Marcus.
I am Justin, and I am and will be playing Marcus Cole, which you can catch me doing next week. I'm trying to find my MySpace page, but I've seemed to have lost it. So
I will find it.
Excuses.
I
Find
have
your
Google-
Neopets. Just keep going backwards.
just keep going back.
Hey, yo. Yeah, send me your
I'll keep
Tamagotchi
trying.
tag.
Yeah.
I'll keep trying. I'll find it.
Congratulations, noble nerd. You have won the 1020 Mithril Armory giveaway. Congratulations. That's very exciting. So we will, so if you will message Danny on the Discord, we will get you one of these. And I cannot wait to see how you do, because we had a building contest with some of them the other day, and it was great. I won. Taryn almost won.
I almost won until I broke off 2 sides.
It's fine. It's fine. So I can't wait to get that out to you. Also, please check out Mithril Armory's Kickstarter that was fully funded on the first day. That was today. Their Kickstarter will be going for 3 weeks. So please check them out. Go support, because they do have some beautiful new designs coming out. And they have also enhanced and perfected their design. So yeah. Go check them out, and we will see you all next week in the Wasteland. Bye. No, wrong thing.
Happy Pride Month.
If you want to raid someone, you do /raid and then enter their username.